I think we're good. We're good. We should be good right now. We should be good. Hi. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so it's gonna be a short stream. I just wanted to give my thoughts on some things YouTube related. So, when YouTube first started, I was a little youngin'. I don't know how old I was, probably 13, 11, 12. I don't know. I was like probably in middle school by then, having a great time, not knowing what life was, playing basketball every freaking day. Now, life in New York was not easy, especially when you grew up poor. So, food stamps was very important. But anyway, this is not relating to the topic. So, YouTube was first starting up around that time, and I was just trying to figure out what to watch because at that time, someone was like, "Hey, you can look up these videos online. Game tutorials if you're stuck on a game or whatever." I was like, "What? Really? Okay, fine." Well, my adolescent brain, did not go to porn. Don't worry. It went to games. So I'm pretty sure I was looking up like Silent Hill tutorials because at the time I was playing Silent Hill 1, Silent Hill 2, with my mom. She's actually the one that got me into video games and all that. And I found, actually, I'm just kidding. I was watching Resident Evil, Code Veronica, and I figured that I would look up at the most famous video, and this dude was called Psychedelicsnake. So he was this British dude, and he gave very well information on how to proceed on certain bosses of the game. So I got into him. That was my first ever YouTuber. He was kind of like my Markiplier, my Kai Cenat, at that time. Uh, Yesterday, 2 days ago, I was looking for him because I was like, oh man, let me check up on how he's good, how he's doing. He deleted all his videos. Now I'm sad. I was very heartbroken because I was under the impression that he loved his community and that, I would be able to enjoy his videos whether he did YouTube or not. A lot of people just don't take down their videos. I started doing some research, looking around. Turns out that he privated them and that there was this whole other side of him that I wasn't aware of, or that many people weren't aware of, who were young at the time, who didn't do their research. If I probably look back on the videos as a grown man now, I would probably see some red flags as a person. He was probably a terrible human being. But it still hurts because you look up to someone like, imagine Markiplier all of a sudden treating his fans like garbage, or treating Amy, which is I think his girlfriend. I don't think they're married, but his girlfriend, pretty terribly behind the scenes, and no one would know about it. And the female Amy would stay quiet to avoid any drama for her man. So that's pretty much what happened. So I have a Reddit post that actually explains what happened. And I'm going to read it and I'm going to go into it because I have not gone through this. I haven't read it. I haven't even looked through. I only looked through it to see if there was, if it was Twitch friendly, or if it was good at all. I'm making sure. Yeah, you could see me. Okay, now again, this was like my Markiplier. So we're gonna learn what happened, and we're gonna go through my thoughts. And I see here that there's a. So if you don't know who Psychedelic Snake is, perfect. So I don't even have to explain much. Well, with no further ado, let's get right into it. So let's go into what the what I actually started reading. So this is what I started. What got me into this rabbit hole. So right here, I'll read it. So the divorce and what really happened to Brew. Okay, so Brew was his wife at the time, and they got divorced, obviously, and a lot of people were asking why they got divorced, what happened, and we're gonna get into it. So I've been receiving many questions on my Twitter of what really happened between me and Lee Baker, and that's Psychedelic Snake. Since we're no longer together and he refuses to explain what happened to me or avoids any conversation that involves my name. Now this is 4 years ago. This is 4 years ago. So it's been quite a minute. Things might have changed. He might have changed as a person. I'm not sure. He also had this friend on YouTube who did YouTube. His name is Vash, 12345, something like that. You guys can look him up if you'd like. He still uploads. Apparently, people asked him what happened, and he doesn't know, which was very weird because I thought they were like this. Okay, right. So she's here saying that she's not here to unsub him or cause drama, but she's just here to tell the truth, right? But as you know, you could always take these with a grain of salt. So let's read. So things were not going well for a very long time. I could work out very well with his temper. He is a very alive person and very happy in front of cameras. Unfortunately, he got depressed, and instead of talking and being open, he used to push me away and started talking with other girls instead. Red flag number one: cheating, or the act of cheating, or thoughts like that is not good. Not a good look for him. He used to stay weeks. He used to push me away and started talking with other girls, even if we were not fighting. Yikes. He got depressed, blah 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 blah. He used to stay weeks without talking to me, but stream normally and act like everything was fine. This is true. I would tune into his streams. She would be there, or he wouldn't acknowledge her. They were just, behind the scenes. There's something going on, but in front of us, clearly, we had no idea unless you guys kind of dissected the pieces. I asked him to go search for help. I'm sorry. But he refused, and he said he couldn't go to simply hear what he already knew. It broke us. He started neglecting me, pushing me away, and wasn't present in any emotional crisis I dealt because of him. I started going to therapy myself to see if the problem was mine or if I was indeed overreacting towards it, since I'm very emotional. Let's give a round of applause for Brew here. Not a lot of females will do that, because a lot of females think they're right, no matter what. They're all emotional. Now, I'm sorry if you get offended, but I just don't care. Most women are emotional. Most women will think they're overreacting because men have gotten just, into their heads and saying they're overreacting. And that's talking from personal experience, unfortunately. But we're past that point. So, round of applause. Things went downhill since he moved to London. We planned to live in Brazil, but suddenly he listened to his friend Yent. Okay, I don't know. I don't have his YouTube, but yeah, he was one of the boys, right? Like Vash, like I mentioned. And he moved to the same place I felt the need of going, since he was my husband. W wife? W wife? But I truly didn't want to. It wasn't part of our plan. So I went there and returned to Brazil to continue my studies, since I was studying university. Again, W, she's big brain, going to school, stay in school, children. When I returned to London again, he refused to receive me. The police called him while I was at the airport, and even though he said he didn't want to see me, he was in his depression and shutting himself down for everything, including me. That is not okay. The one person you should never, never shut out is your partner. They're there for you through thick and thin, especially if you're married. What the hell you marry the person for and say the vows? So even the police said for me that I could find a better person to be with. Alright, I'm gonna stop right there. I hate that. That's toxicity. No matter if he's right, no one should say that. No one should say that. You're stirring the pot. You're causing more issues. He should have just offered his help and just say, well, I hope things work out. You should not badmouth against anyone's partner. You do not know the whole story. He needs to shut the fuck up and mind his goddamn business. I hate people like that. That is ridiculous. Alright, whatever. So she returned to Brazil and stayed in home without working and going out for months. Not healthy. Not healthy. He never spoke to me until a few months later. He came to Brazil and apologized for everything. I didn't want to lose a marriage and still loving him. I accepted him and gave him another chance. Then again, I didn't want to stay and return to Malvern, and I went to visit him last year. At the beginning, he said he wanted time for himself so he could think, and then he blamed me because the place he thought it was meant to be for us, even though I, again, never planned to leave that country. Okay. I came back to Brazil, but things were not the same. I finished my university, I started working, and he got extremely jealous. Envy. Because I could get to work, and according to him, that was my first option. I just wanted to start a career without always keep moving and not having a concrete and stable income. He's taking L's. I don't know why, he's jealous that his woman is working. Isn't, shouldn't you be happy? And this will make sense because at the time, at some point, they were, well, he claimed to be very, very broke. So I don't know why this would be an issue. Okay, so it was a constant fighting during the weeks. I got very bad and started going to therapy again. And my own therapist said for me to find people who want to be part of my life and support me. That's W therapist. Did not badmouth him. That's what the police officer should have done. That maybe you should surround yourself with people who love you, support you, instead of surrounding yourself with negative energy. Wow. W therapist. Let's see. He didn't message me for days, and that was my last disappointment before our breakup. I got so tired towards the years that I didn't have the strength to keep going. I felt unloved, and I knew that if I didn't do anything, he wouldn't. So he said we were in a constant fight and broke up with me. When I removed Baker, his last name, from my social medias, he went mad and started questioning why and how I could do that. Started questioning my beliefs and including my family as well. And of course, talking about my family is severely bad. I just stopped replying, never spoke to him. He removed me from everything and pretend we don't have a divorce to solve. All right. After all this time, I had to search for him for a few days. My message for him. Hi, Lee. I'm messaging you to solve our divorce papers. Did you search the best solutions for it already? Let me know as soon as you get this. He saw the message while streaming, and that completely messed with him. Well, I can, despite everything, yeah, receiving like a breakup text or some serious text like that when you're working is very, very terrible. This happened to me several times, and it always fucks me up. Okay, so this is where it gets juicy, right? And that completely messed with him. He was playing a game and died, not paying attention to that. According to some fans who were watching at that moment, a day after, he sent me a message saying, "Hi, Bruna. We've done some research, but this pandemic has resulted in a lot of services being shut down until the lockdown is lifted. But once it is, I'm happy. No, and I'm back at work. We'll be sure to go ahead further with the divorce and keep you up to date. Hope you and your loved ones are safe during that time." Now, that is so fake. There is no way those services are going to be shut down, right? I mean, it's been a while, and I haven't been married, but there's no way. So I've been keeping a thread on my Twitter about any news to keep everyone informed and how long this is going to take. As for the "we" on his message, I'm still married to him. Again, this was 4 years ago. So for any problem, I wish he could at least work things out by himself instead of hiding and pretending like everything is perfect. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. He doesn't have a bad heart, but his personal issues strongly inflict on people around him and his decisions and how it's impossible to create something stable. All right. Now, I would go through the comments, but everyone's just like bad mouthing. It's pretty much the same thing. We're not gonna go through that. Okay, so what did I think about that? So Brew, uh, when I was watching, she was very funny. They did some streams together. They did some reactions, and I don't know if they're gonna explain this in the next post we're gonna go through, but we can actually let's search them up right now. Right? I've searched him up. Now, people have started re-uploading his videos, and this gentleman right here, Vash12349, that's his friend I was talking about. But this dude, shout out Ayaro-666, go check him out. And he's the one who I saw some videos and explained a little bit more about what's going on. But look, his channel won't even pop up. Oh, wait, here it is. I'm still subscribed, by the way. And now get this, there's nothing. There's nothing. And I promise you, last year there was some things. And what the community have been saying. So he still has this community, which is very strange. And what really hurts me is right here, his about. The reason I make these videos is simply to help better people's lives. Sometimes when you're feeling down, stressed, or just bored with everyday routines, a simple funny video can make such a positive difference in your attitude, and it makes me so happy when people tell me these videos have done just that for them. So to all the people who have enjoyed being here, thank you, and you're welcome forever. What am I welcome to? What am I welcome to? There's no videos, dog. Zero. I have a passion to entertain. You have no passion if you delete your videos. No passion to connect with people. He hasn't even let anyone know why he's doing this, what happened. He hasn't posted on Twitter. Hitbox doesn't even exist. Instagram for him is non-existent. No one knows what's going on. And this is why I'm going into this, because he's a small YouTuber, but he's someone I feel that I need to talk about, because as someone who grew up with him, I feel that everyone has someone they grew up with, and if this happened to them, they would be curious as well. So he's just talking bullshit out of his ass because he does not care about his community, privating his videos. There have been rumors going around how he has kids, right? And since he was very contradictory, he said some crazy things in his videos that he didn't probably want his kids seeing all that negativity or the lies or seeing through his facade, or whatever the fuck bullshit it is. Personally, he should keep those videos up. It's part of the past. Things change, people change. At least for us, his kids don't have to see his videos, but you know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's get that out. All right. Listen to this. Lee Baker, abuser, liar, cheat, R word, and faker. What? What? This is insane. All right. This is what I've been waiting for. Let's see what's going on, cuz I've heard some things. People are saying how he was abusive, and just don't see any proof. I don't remember any proof. When I just don't. I was a little kid. All right. Woo. So Jane is his other wife. Yes, he's had, or girlfriend or whatever. But apparently Jane is the one who's went through it the most. Okay. Why I'm writing this? I was a big fan of Psychedelicsnake, or Snake for his fans, or Lee Baker, as I will refer to him for now. From now on, when I found him, I was so glad. In a way, I still am, and I am. He provided me with a lot of smiles, a lot of laughter, a lot of entertainment for such a long time, and I will not take that away from him because he was part of a great childhood for me. But now, knowing what I know, I just feel that there isn't enough information out there about this, and I wanted to provide this in for fellow fans so they can see the evidence and decide for themselves if they still want to follow this YouTuber. Now, I will probably never go watch his old videos again, simply because I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Who knows? I'm not gonna say never. But let's find out what's going on. So, if you don't know who Psychedelicsnake is, he is a bright, cheerful, and all-around awesome guy who uploads some gameplay videos on YouTube and streams from time to time. Unfortunately, I have recently discovered another side to his seemingly charming YouTube personality. And then they link his channel. Let's look at his Twitter. When was the last time he posted? It doesn't even exist! That's insane! So you see, he completely went MIA. MIA! That's insane. Okay. Alrighty. What do you mean he's a fake YouTuber? Aren't they all fake? I mean, what is life? I don't know. Is everything going good? Alright. Alright. So, the story begins. Wait. Well, quite frankly, we all know, I should know about that. Most upbeat, always cheerful YouTubers aren't always what they seem to be. More than likely, they're just normal human beings. But for the sake of being a YouTuber, they put on a mask to attract others to their contact. It is very sad, however, when someone you admire is actually the real life personification of the scum of humanity. Alright, let's see. Chapter 0, The Origin of Scum. Crazy. That's a crazy title. Lee Baker grew up in a seemingly loving environment, but had one big problem. His father was always scum, a womanizer, cheat, and liar. It is absolutely amazing how much the apple fell from the tree, aka almost none at all. And how do we know this? Well, Lee himself detailed his father in this capture. This is Monday. Lee Baker. Okay. My dad is a pathetic person. I stuck with him when so many people said he was a dick out of loyalty, and he ended up just fucking every chance I gave him to make a decent turnaround in his life. He's not into drugs, gambling, or anything like that. He's a womanizer, a cheat, someone who likes to think he's all high and mighty, but in reality, he can't go a day on his own. He needs looking after, women to kiss his ass, and believe he's God. I find out he's been cheating on my mom when I was younger with the woman he's with now, and now he's cheating on her fake after making a proposal and letting her move in with another woman. His life is a vicious circle of manipulating women. He confessed to me that he went 2 days on his own once, and he had to get antidepressant pills because of it. Fucking joke. He uses women to escape his problems, which ultimately causes more problems and pretend his life is great. He's a fake. I want nothing to be like him. I don't want to use women when I'm in a tight spot in life or just to trick her into feeding me compliments so I escape problems and pretend I'm some awesome guy. Okay. However, Lee had his caring mother to support him, a mother who he would come to resent because she wanted him to grow up and seek help. Chapter 1. Something smells off about this. Lee was involved in a relationship with another person by the name of Jane. This relationship lasted 4 to 5 years and eventually, like most relationships, they ended up breaking up. However, that's not the bad part. The really bad part is when the ex-girlfriend Jane finally told her side of the story. She had first-hand experiences dealing with Lee and lots of evidence in the form of chat log, messages, blah blah blah, okay? She took the Tumblr to voice her story, and it was a grim one. And unfortunately, then, like many, I just didn't take the time to see her side of the story until now. I didn't even know. You feel me? I didn't even know. Instead, when all this came to light, 2015. God damn. God damn. We in 2024. Damn. Like most, Lee didn't want to talk about a breakup. Understandable. Exactly. It's his private life. Why should he talk about it? But if you really tried to push him into saying something, he would more or less just ignore you. As you should. As you should. If I don't want to talk about something, I'm not going to talk about it. It was like he was trying to hide something. It's not. No, bro. No. It was this little itch I had in my head. No, bro. It's you being nosy. You not minding your goddamn business. But being an overall good person, I stopped myself from looking into it. As you should have. This is none of your damn business. However, last night I eventually couldn't let go and I dug into the next net to see what the fuck happened. I mean, it's not like it would reveal that this awesome guy was actually a douche, right? Chapter 2. Jane's story begins innocently enough. She and Lee met each other and Jane thought she had found the guy, as many women do. She had a disease, multiple sclerosis, or MS, progress for that's tough. That's tough. Uh, that's tough. Like all diseases, this presented her with many new challenges in her life, and she depended on Lara and her family and Lee as well. I can't tell if she got diagnosed before or after she met Lee, but it is clear that the disease played a big part in unmasking Lee's true face for him. All right, I can't speak for myself because I don't know how I would react, but that's a serious condition that would probably affect, and some people. Some men, I understand that they just don't want to go through that. I understand. I mean, if you love someone, it shouldn't matter. But if you don't love someone that much, then I understand it. And as much it may hurt the woman, the person with the disease, I think it's best that if you don't want to deal with a person with that disease, you should move on. It sounds messed up, but it's true. If I don't want to deal with the disease, I'm sorry. Just not what I want to do with my life. It's fucked up, but it is what it is. It's best for both of us to move on instead of keep faking something that they don't have. Okay, the many breakups. If you ever been in a relationship, you would know that there are many ups and downs. Sometimes you just feel that it's impossible to go forward. Okay? Even if it turns out that will only prolong the suffering. Wait. Sometimes you just feel that it's about, but you just want to save what you thought was a special. Yup. Mm-hmm. I know all that. I know all about that. Even if it turns out that will only prolong the suffering. Yup. Yup. Such was the case for Jane. She and Lee broke up a few times, 3 to 4. However, every single time she would be presented with an apologetic Lee, a Lee who was sorry, blah blah. Yeah, I get it. He must have turned over a new leaf. This was a lie. Jane was just a victim of a clever scumbag. Yeah, it's typical men behavior. Chapter 4, Trouble at Home. Lee was having problems at home. He has a problem with authority. I mean, don't we all? No, no. I no. You clearly have issues as well, Reddit user. However, the person who represented this authority was his mother. Listen to your mother. His mother knew that Snake was becoming more and more like his father, and perhaps worse, and she was trying to get him to become a responsible adult. Damn. He absolutely resented this. Now Jane and Lee's mother were well acquainted with one another, aka they knew each other and didn't mind each other. However, Lee wanted his problem to become Jane's problem as well, so he started talking shit. She said this about you. He said this. Okay, he was playing the game of telephone, which eventually convinced Jane that Lee's mom was a piece of shit. So she took the oh so helpless Lee into her house, not charging him any rent, feeding him, and her own mother took supporting him as well as she did Jane. However, in the great words of Admiral Akbar, it's a trap! Lee was caring at first, but eventually this would all change. Chapter 5, The Abuse. On camera, you can tell that Lee had a special relationship with Jane, so much that they could insult one another and that. Okay, I don't know about that. Insulting one another until it was all in good jest. I don't know. Look, from my personal experience, joking, in insult jokes, they come or they stem from some truth. Like, if I say, if someone says, hey, bro, shut the fuck up, you're short, right? He clearly thinks that it's better to be taller. You know what I'm saying? It stems from something. It's not a joke. Even though he may mean it, it's just, you know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. Let me see. Or so it has seemed to the viewer. However, if you pay close attention, you shouldn't do that, especially with your partner. It's good to joke around, but if I say, "Hey, you have a big forehead," but she's insecure about that forehead, that's not a joke. That's bullying. However, if you pay close attention, you'll notice that it was mostly Lee who insulted Jane. Then he would just laugh it off like it was a joke. Come on, don't tell me you don't see this at your school. This is what I'm talking about. If you didn't, good for you. A kid insults another kid, thinks it's funny, and the other kid looks like he or she is gonna cry, but you just stand there looking, not knowing if it's really an inside joke or not. Well, I'll tell you, most insults are not meant in good jest. Exactly, especially when they're consistent, and usually when you are in Jane's place, you try to pass it off like it's all good fun when you're really hurting inside. I feel awful. Guys, guys, if someone talk shit back, or swing on them. I don't condone violence. It's all fun and games. Someone gets hurt. Yeah, it was literally bullying and abusing caught on camera in plain sight. And I pass it off as just a joke. See, I don't remember because I didn't tune into his streams. I was young. I didn't like streaming. I liked YouTube videos at the time. Let me see. It's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. Jane sure did. Imagine the person you love absolutely bashing your feelings on camera in front of others and then just laughing off. Sure, maybe once or twice, but if it's done constantly over his videos, now we get to something more awful. The trauma and whoa. Is this TTS? Is this TOS? I mean, is this TOS? This is educational purposes, guys. Educational. This is I'm bringing light to this situation. Do not take this lightly. Yes. I don't know what other disclaimer I should say. But listen, you could mute, leave, skip. I'm going to read into this because this is absolutely insane. I warn you, this will get very nasty. Now, if it does get nasty, I will not read it out loud. I'll just stay quiet. I'll read it in my head. I'll skim through it. And you could pause. You can go back. Or you can read it yourself, okay? Now that we got that out the way, let's get into this. Now, this is all new to me. This will get very nasty. In order to understand how wrong, the next thing I will tell you is we must take a journey back when Jane was but a child of 10. Her brother had a friend who become too friendly with her. Okay. Let's scroll up real quick. This is automatically not okay. Guys, I cannot emphasize this enough. If you are an older brother, do not bring your friends to your little sibling's house. I mean, to your house, and interact with your sibling by themselves. Never. Never. Even if they're 1 year old, younger. Don't do it. Just be safe. Even you never know someone. Take care of your siblings. You only have the one or the two or how many you have. You only have them. Okay? Okay. Let's just say that there was some sexual abuse, which I won't detail, but you're free. If you want to find out, you can look here. What the hell is this? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. What is this? Hold on. Wait. I gotta make sure this is. Okay. This is Tumblr. This is Tumblr. This is Tumblr. This is Tumblr. We can look. We can look. It's Tumblr. It's Tumblr, guys. It's Tumblr. It's no porn. Prawn. No prawn. Anonymous asked. Feel free to ignore this question as I realize it might be a bit intrusive. But a couple of times you have talked about Lee's behavior. This is her, by the way. I think. Yeah, this is her. I I don't remember this is how she looked like, but I think this is her. I remember more Brew than Jane. Jane was like I came in towards the end. Feel free to ignore this question as I realize it may be a bit intrusive, but a couple times you have talk about Lee's behavior despite him knowing your past, and I was just curious as to what you were referring to. Okay, I feel like since I've said A, I also have to say B here. Okay? I'm really going to open up as much as making me uncomfortable and even nauseous thinking back on this. Also, trigger warning for people. Okay. When I was 10 years old, a friend of my brother started sexually abusing me. Not full on R word, but he would touch me down there, and it was horrible. As I was scared to say anything about it, I haven't even told my mother about this. While I have great relationship with her, I am just too terrified of the drama that might come forth from it. It went on for about 2.5 to 3 years. Wow. I don't want to go into too much detail about this as this is really upsetting me, but I still have nightmares about this from time to time, and Lee knew about this. Guys, follow Chaos Witch QLag. Okay, show her some love. Now, I'm not gonna comment much about that other than I'm sorry that happened to you, and I'm warning everyone: take care of your siblings. Don't bring your older friends to your sibling. Don't let them hang out. Don't spend the night with your sibling in there. And for those siblings who don't be scared to tell your parents no matter what. Don't be scared to call the police no matter what. No threat in the world can make you not open up. Open up. Open up. Okay? Open up. These people need to go to jail or I'm not going to say anything more. They need to go to prison. Okay? And then their fate can lie in prison with the other people that are there. Okay? Open up. Tell a teacher. Tell your mother. Tell a guardian. Tell your friend. Tell someone. Okay? Tell everyone. Tell anyone. All right. Let's keep going. This would cause anyone to have trauma about someone touching your body without your permission. Lee knew the story and yet he chose to do even worse. Having to deal with MS is not pretty. Jane had to rely on morphine to regulate the pain so she could sleep. That is horrible. Man, morphine is crazy. This meant she was put into a deep sleep. She details that when in this mode, Lee would constantly use her body, aka he had sex with the drugged out Jane. She would sometimes wake up because of this and just start sobbing. I mean, WTF, who the heck wouldn't? Alright, well, guys, consent is very important. I understand that if you're dating someone or if they're your wife, you may feel the obligation to have sex with them. I mean, he may thought she's my woman, and what's the harm with waking her up to some dick? Dude, the harm is that it's not consensual. If she likes it, like if she wakes up and starts crying, dude, it's clearly not consensual and there's clearly a problem. She should have called the police. No matter how much you love someone, I'm sorry. And you need friends or just strange someone around you who can tell you that. Okay? Mind your business, but guide those. If you ever see something like that, guys, help them out, please. Chapter 5: The Affairs. Lee, his father, Lee was also a womanizer. Crazy, huh? While in a relationship with Jane, he opted to also flirt and send messages back and forth with other girls, not just one, but many others. He even got himself a catfish, basically a troll online who tricks someone by pretending to get in a relationship with them. So in at least in a way, that bastard got punished. Shout out my nigga catfish. All right. So, man, when I was in New York, Whatever, whatever. Living in a Hispanic household is kind of crazy, and you know that you just don't see that often. It's pretty much la chancla, la correa, or algo así. Something crazy. Okay, chapter 6. But oh wait, hold on. I need the receipts. I need the receipts. You're just talking. You're just chatting. Where are the receipts? Why are you assuming this? I haven't seen not Jane nor Bruce say this. Well, actually, no. Bruce said this, I believe. So I guess that's a receipt. But where are the receipts? Keep this out of here. Eventually, Jane's MS got more and more serious, and Lee just couldn't handle it. I understand. I understand. It's like, alright, cancer is different, but like, if you have a condition that he probably saw her different. This would never happen to me. If you love someone, then you love someone. Period. No matter what. But some people just can't handle that. I'm not defending him. He's a POS, but I get it. Jane and Lee broke up. That's healthy. That's healthy. However, Lee just moved on to the next girl, and he could. He could. What's the problem with that? That girl would eventually become his wife, having only physically met for a few weeks slash month. The girl is Brew. Ah, you see. Will sometimes claim on his streams. I can't tell if she's just another victim or an accomplice. Aye, bro. She is not an accomplice, you dumb fuck. You absolute imbecile. What about now? For what I can tell, Lee is still in the same situation. He may be married, but for what I can tell, they don't live together. She travels to Brazil, and then Lee puts on a stream to get people to donate to bring her back. This could just be a scam, guys. He uploads a few videos and streams only to feed his ego and not to lose what fans he has left. His channel more or less dead, as it did. At some point, when I started watching him, he had a lot of views. But as I started tuning in when I was more older, he started having less and less views. I'm talking about like 1,000 when he used to get like 80,000, I think, or maybe triple digits. Let me see. I could never understand what happened to his devoted fan base. If you have been watching for as long as I have, 6 to 7 years, you may think it was just because he had a small hiatus. He does this. However, the truth is that many chose to dig into the matter and found Jane's post, and they saw the ugly truth. Jane has moved on from Snake, but I haven't. I hope that other fans will start to see what's behind the mask. Excuse me. Oh, what's up, boy? You see a squirrel? For all the nasty things I said about Lee, I don't want to believe Jane. I mean, to me, Psychedelicsnake was my PewDiePie. Exactly. My go-to channel when I needed a laugh. My awesome YouTuber guy. Needless to say, I put him up on a pedestal. But I'm sad to say that the evidence against him is vast, and all he's got is, if I'm innocent, I ain't got nothing to hide. AKA, I ain't got shit to prove. This is the best he got. Well, humans may lie, but their recorded history on the net won't. Jane has evidence, and Lee's got a hot air of nothing. Take your pick. Okay. Alright. If you're a long time watcher, you know that Snake is super lucky in some of his blind playthroughs. Too lucky, if I may say so, such as Fatal Frame 2. He solves the puzzle by luckily putting in all the right pieces on his first try. PT. He solves a puzzle knowing knowledge through knowledge he didn't even have. Bioshock Infinite. Guesses the plot incredibly accurate at one point. That happens. Markiplier does that all the time. When you just play a lot of games, you can just kind of tell the game. Silent Hill 3 plays the game twice, but says this is his first time, only for this to be exposed at the review screen, which says he has played it twice. You're lying! No! No, no, no. Go to A15 and you'll see. Then he just laughs at him like, ooh, you found out I'm a pathological liar. Oh well. Nah, 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 nah. Silent Hill 3. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Nah, 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 nah. I'm about to. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. 8:15. Guys, we're gonna find this out. Cause I used to watch the no. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Okay. 8:15. No, 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 no. There's no way I didn't. There's no way I. No, no, no. How did I not notice this? How did I not understand this? That's crazy. Damn, what? That's crazy. All right, Persona 4. Guesses the main villain's true identity. I mean, what the fuck? How? I mean, okay, I guess it's possible, but he said it the first time he makes the character. I don't think you can do that unless you already know. He guesses that Adichie is the true villain. Persona 5 again. Guesses a major plot point when he first just meets a character. I mean, what the fuck? Twice isn't a coincidence. That Goro will betray them. Okay. A ton of other games, he just straight bollocks his way through a puzzle and gets it right the first time. I believe in luck, but when a person gets that many wins that many times, it's called using the internet or plain old fake. He played the game once slash many times, and they just marketed it as a first time playthrough. I don't have a problem with him knowing ahead of time. It's just lying. It just feels like he betrayed the whole fan base. I mean, it's like this. Okay, I love Family Guy. Shout out Family Guy. From Jane's post, I can gather this about Lee. He likes to put on a show. Nothing wrong with that. By lying. Okay, something wrong with that. Consistently says a playthrough is his first time when in fact it's maybe his second plus. Uses his charm to laugh his way through these coincidences and playing the game slash knowing the plot. Just the other day in the stream. Okay, I don't see the problem with that, but yeah, he is lying to his audience, and that is not good. Just the other day in a stream, someone asked him about the Shadow Colossus. He said he hasn't played it yet, but he has heard great things about it. My guess is that he spoiled it for himself by looking up the details and already knows everything, but will say, "Hey guys, this is my first blind playthrough. Insert game name." I don't know how many of his blind playthroughs are fake, but guessing from the type of person he is from all of this, none or very little. He is a faker in every sense of the word. His personality is fake, his gameplay is fake, his reactions are fake. Just know that when you watch Psychadelicsnake, it isn't a genuine human being at the end of the camera, but an abuser, liar, cheat, R word, and faker. I still can't believe that my snake is a fake. I mean, more so than I thought. From one fan to another fan, or another human being to another human being, I hope you are intelligent enough to see that something just doesn't add up about Lee. My best to all those who have been touched, literally and figuratively, by this scumbag. Most of all, to Jane, whose old post opened my eyes and got me seeing through his mask. Let's look at the comments. What do I see? Okay. uh, a lot of things have been lost from time to time. Da, 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 da. Something's wrong with Janie. It's had a few months later. Wait, wait. At this time, stuff came out. A lot of people went on the street to ask him about it, and his response was to say not exactly that. Something was really wrong with Janie's head. A few months later, it seemed like Lee was purposely cheating on Brew with a German girl from Twitter. And shortly after that, he said on stream that they were getting a divorce, but I guess they made up. As for faking, try watching his Resident Evil 2 remake run. It seems towards the end he stops the game every 5 minutes to make tea, but I'm pretty sure he's just looking at a walkthrough so he doesn't die. He instantly knows the right strategies for the end game bosses, and the most obvious example would be Silent Hill 4, where he successfully guesses a 4-digit code. 0.001. Alright, bro. Where did you get this statistic from? Where did you get that from? This is also what I say. We will never know the story, I guess. Oh, hold on. I actually knew. Oh, wait. Wait. I actually knew both Janie and Lee back when her Twitch was JTV. Just dang, I remember that. I had Janie as a friend on Facebook, and I talked to her on countless occasions. Lee is a perfect, Janie is either, but they both had a part to play in what happened to the relationship. Lee doesn't need to prove he's innocent, and honestly, it would seem kind of weird and guilty. Yes, I can see that. Jenny, on the other hand, she was going through a lot of stuff, and she wasn't in the best place either. You can read it on her Facebook and Tumblr. I read your evidence, and I'm also a victim of sexual abuse. When I read what Janie posted, it really disturbed me. The first person you would go to about your abuse would be a place of current, yeah, mother, father, best friend, not some random online. I'm really sad I found this post because it shows how far someone would go to believe a situation that was thrown around online without knowing the people involved. Good point. But at the same time, you don't know if it's true either. You're just someone on Reddit, and your account is deleted. So shut the fuck up. And in Silent Hill 3, he knew how to crouch in the haunted house to avoid the ceiling shot. Yeah, no, that's not his first time. Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. Wow. She hasn't updated her Tumblr in a long time. Wow. Well, look, my opinion on this, if this is true, this is bad. If this is not true, it's even worse. But I will say, let me, uh, this is the last thing I believe he posted. Just listen to this. Hopefully, you guys can hear it. My MSN has been hacked because some lifeless prick thought it'd be cool to do that. Yeah, so apparently someone hacked into his YouTube account or MSN, which was linked to his YouTube account, and privated his videos or something like that. Kai, god dang, yeah, I Spice. She's so fine. All right, uh, that was a crazy situation. Listen, I am so sorry to hear about all the crazy things that he's done. I'm gonna assume it's true because I don't think someone would lie about that, and he's not here to defend. He can't defend himself. He has disappeared from the internet. He's left his audience. He's left his two partners broken. Hopefully they're all fixed now. It's been more than 10 years, I suppose, for one of them, maybe a little bit less for the other. And whoever he's with now, whoever's he manipulating, I hope that you wake up to your senses, unless he's changed. But some people like that don't change without therapy or help. Either way, it's very disgusting, and I hate that that was a thing. Anyways, look at this. Look at a little bop it. Wow. Anyways. Okay, Spidey. Relax. I will be back. Next time I stream, I'll probably be playing some Rainbow. I am not good at that game. I have bad aim, so bad. But listen, my call outs are good. I have a great time. If you're gonna come here and watch about great gameplay, go watch Jinxie. Go watch Athenio. Don't watch me, but watch me because I'm funny, entertaining, and we'll still have an overall good time despite me being tilted sometimes. Thanks, guys, for showing up. Christian Dior. Billie Jean. Later, guys.